Hey guys, sorry for the technical difficulties and sneezing dogs. I had a problem with my computer. It went and did updates, and because I hadn't used that other computer in a while, and it went and stuffed up all my settings. So we're gonna do this old school. Hey Ginger, how you going, honey? Right, let me just fix this audio, and we will get someone on the line shortly. Okay. Sorry, I just have to mute when I'm making a phone call. Just waiting for people to come in anyway. So, how is everybody's Monday night? Good, I hope. I know we might have a problem with you cooking dinner. And today's going to be busy, but we need to get this done anyway. So, um, I'm trying to remember codes and stuff here. Okay, bear with me. I bought a YouTube drama. Oh gosh, I'm not even going anywhere near there. No way. At all. Just bear with me. Just waiting for the phone to come in, do this old school, just do it over the phone. You would seriously think this was a Monday morning the way it's going right now. This is the third live attempt. My Skype isn't working. Okay, they're calling in now, so I'm just going to mute you for a moment. Okay, let's do this old school. We've got Brian on the line to just help us with a few questions about Cajun Navy and the confusion that there might be. How are you going?
I'm doing great.
You said it was wet there.
Yes, finally, thank goodness. We have been in the middle of a drought and it has rained all day, thank goodness.
Oh, but you got your, I think, hunting in on the weekend?
Yeah, had been out shooting some pigs and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I already ran these questions by you before. So the good place to start is, can you clear up the confusion people have between the original Cajun Navy and the Cajun Navy 2016?
Very much so. The original Cajun Navy, I've been a part of it since its inception. A man named Rob Godet, I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, he's a Cajun gentleman who formed it. He contacted me whenever we had worked together on some television shows, and he contacted me. There was need for my specific expertise in search and rescue and things like that, and I started working with him. Well, after we did probably a couple of floods and a hurricane or two rescues, one of the gentlemen that was in our rank got into some trouble. He became less than laudable, someone that we did not want to be associated with. There was a lot of infighting and things like that going on, and he was, I don't want to say he was kicked out, but let's just say he looked not on the greatest of terms. But he left. Upon leaving, he formed his own Cajun Navy, the Cajun Navy 2016.
Right.
There's actually 4, maybe even 5 different Cajun Navies. If you go on Facebook or any social media and just search Cajun Navy, there's a whole bunch that show up.
Yeah, I noticed this when I was searching the other day, and I didn't even immediately know that there was more than one Cajun Navy at the beginning, looking into this case with Lauren. And so, but I had never at any time said, attached 2016 to the extension of it about, the search or anything like that. So, but to your knowledge, did the Cajun Navy 2016 search for Lauren Thompson? Because, I mean, everyone says they did, and we never, said that they didn't.
Right. We never, I know that I never said that Cajun Navy 2016 never searched. I know Karen never said that Cajun Navy 2016 did not search. What happened was, this is exact God's honest truth. I, being a member of the Cajun Navy and search and rescue and former law enforcement officer, et cetera, I contacted the powers that be in Panola County and offered my expertise and that of my team to search for Lauren, to come in. We even had a group out of Louisiana that had a cadaver dog that they were going to volunteer their time and their dog.
That would have been awesome. Sorry, just to interrupt for a minute, because it's the second time you said with your expertise. So I'm interested, and I'm sure everyone else is interested. What is your specific expertise in this area?
Basically, I am an expert tracker.
Okay.
I was raised up by some of the best trackers in Texas. I was taught to track wounded animals right up to missing children. I have found more than one missing child in East Texas.
Oh, that is awesome.
So,
thank you.
I'm very skilled. I'm Native American and Scottish by birth, and on the Native American side of my family, we are very, very, very skilled outdoorsmen, trackers, etc. And I offered to come in, force free of charge, free of everything, to the powers that be in Panola County to help search for Lauren, and was told, sorry, we don't need your help. I mean, they weren't rude or anything like that, but I was told unequivocally, we do not need your help. Okay? Thank you.
Were you given a reason why?
just told they did not need my help. Basically, that they had enough law enforcement and people involved with the law enforcement in Panola County to search, that they did not need any added boots on the ground, which was odd to me because knowing Panola County, I know they only have a handful of deputies. They do not have, 20, 30, 40 deputies. It's pretty small sheriff department. I don't know an exact number, but I would say they probably have less than 20 officers in the entire department.
Right. And so if you're going to do a ground search, say like a grid search, how many people do you kind of need as a bare minimum? I'm assuming you would need as many as possible, but how many can you kind of work with?
It all depends on the terrain. It depends on where you're going. And also, there are times whenever you don't need a lot of civilians stomping around on the ground, but we're talking organized search here with experts in search and rescue that can organize grid searches. And, we have the people that I had lined up were not just John, Joe, and James getting off the couch and, putting the beer down and coming to look for somebody. I mean, I had veteran firefighters, veteran police officers, ex-military search and rescue. I had quite a good group of people, ladies and gentlemen, lined up to come and help. And, like I said, I was told we do not need you. Then just in a matter of days, it came to knowledge that Cajun Navy 2016 was allowed to come in and search the Sabine River. Now, they were not allowed to come in and search the woods, which is what we were wanting to search.
Yep.
They were allowed to come in, bring boats, get on the Sabine River, and they basically drove up and down the Sabine River looking to see if they could find a body floating in a brush top somewhere. So they didn't do much of a, from what I understand now. I was not with them, but this is what I understand. They were not allowed to put boots on the ground and do actual searching in the river bottom. They were on the river itself.
Okay. And so who would control the air searches that were done? So if you were to search by helicopter or anything like that, who would had the resources for that?
Now, that would have had to have been someone other than the Panola County Sheriff's Office. It's small office. They do not have an air unit. So they would have had to have brought in something from either the National Guard or Texas Rangers or this helicopter to have done some sort of air reconnaissance on that.
Right.
So it would not necessarily been the sheriff's office would have been conducting it, but they would not have had the resource themselves to pilot in the air.
Okay. Can you think of any resources that Cajun Navy 2016 might have had that you didn't?
Not knowing any of those guys personally,
Yep.
I do not know what they did or did not have.
Yep.
And I do not speak disparagingly about them in general or anything because I do not know them personally. I do know their creator by reputation, and by his, I don't want to say business dealings and things where he's gotten in trouble, things like that. I do know that.
Yeah.
But as far as him personally or any of his crew or anything, I don't know them. They may be the best guys in the world.
Yeah.
My problem with the whole situation wasn't necessarily with Cajun Navy 2016. One, it was with the confusion that all of these people that whenever we first let it be known that, Cajun Navy was denied access, they jumped out and didn't research it themselves.
Yeah.
They immediately thought that Cajun Navy and Cajun Navy 2016 were the same organization, and they are not.
And that is why we are doing this, yeah, because we need to clear that up, because there are people out there who are slandering Karen, Janice, and me. When it comes to the reporting we've previously done regarding search efforts by either party, we never said 2016 didn't search. We know they searched. We're acknowledging that, and I know you're, acknowledging that they did.
We acknowledge that since day one.
Yeah.
We've never denied that. Whenever Karen and I first started talking, when this case first started gaining a little momentum, we were just, and all we've ever really done is talk. I've consulted with her a little bit and things. We're friends.
Yep.
But everyone's just coming at her left and right, attacking, name calling, all of these things, which not one bit of it is helping find Lauren.
No.
If anything, they're hindering finding her.
Yeah.
By
with all of this,
calling people names and things like that.
With all of this drama, yeah. Yeah.
So, I just want to clear up a few things with these people and let them know that, one, since this all came about, and I've talked to my superiors at the Cajun, we no longer will even offer to go look for missing people. They don't want to even be involved with this case. And all of the people running their mouths and things, and that is a shame because we have a lot of resources.
You do have so many available to you, and to the county at no cost, except for their own time and their own resources and their own knowledge. But
we bring our own boat, we bring our own food, we bring our own dogs, we bring our own expertise. We have FBI agents, we have retired FBI agents, we have firefighters, we have military search and rescue, we have military police, we have veterans with 20 years experience in the military, we have combat veterans, oh my gosh, we have police officers, we have detectives, we have forensic personnel, we have all of these people that volunteer their time with the Cajun Navy.
Yeah, and to turn it down, it doesn't make any sense.
And my superiors at the Cajun Navy have told me, no, we're not doing this. Don't offer anymore.
Yeah.
So I've been instructed not to offer our assistance. I mean, we will go do rescues for hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, any kind of natural disaster. But when it comes to going and looking for missing persons and things, I've been instructed that because of this kind of catastrophe that we've had with this, that we can't do this because we can't suffer a black eye over this, and our Cajun Navy is being watched so closely. There are people that actually want us to fail. So we can't, I can't offer to go look for people anymore.
No. And
as a member of the Cajun Navy, I can do it personally.
Yeah.
And I can gather, the same people that would go with the backing of the Cajun Navy. I can gather those same people. We just won't have any public backing to go and do these things.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, isn't it? It's really unfortunate that you've been pushed into that corner, basically.
Exactly.
And
we have so many people that now don't want to go because of the bashing and because of the name calling and everything. I have doctors and lawyers and people like that would gladly step foot in the woods with me to search. Now,
they would all be tarred with the same brush, I think. Sorry, I think you've dropped out there. All these weird technical things happen when I'm talking to important people related to this. Karen dropped out the other day on a live when she was saying something important. Very, very, very strange. I think that covers everything. I'm not... Oh, here we go. Hello there. It dropped out. So we're still live, but I was just saying
I'm back.
weird things happen.
I'm back.
Okay. I think that was pretty much it. Where were we though? We were. Oh yeah, you could go out on your own, but you wouldn't have the public backing. That's right. And doctors and that once would have wanted to search with you. Now you can't because it's like you get tarred with this brush of being called, I don't know, every name under the book and being accused of everything under the book, in the book. And it's really unfortunate.
I want people to know something about Karen. I really would like to say something about Karen.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I don't know this young lady other than she approached me after we had talked a little bit about it, because this case is right here in my hometown, basically, and everything. And some of my family went to church with her family, with Lauren's family. And, you know, Karen reached out to me and found out that I was a former law enforcement officer and tracker and things like that. And we just started talking. Nothing, she never asked me for anything. She never asked me for money. She's never asked me to donate. She's never asked me to do anything but care about a missing mother.
Exactly.
She never asked me for anything but advice and to help when possible with going through a little bit of evidence and rationalizing things and helping her to sort out some of the insanity that she's had to deal with. And all I can say about her is she is an amazing young lady. I have nothing bad to say about her. And the people that are saying bad things about her do not know her and do not know the truth.
Well said. Absolutely. Hopefully they'll hear this, understand the difference, get some education, and just stop what they're doing because it's unnecessary. It's not true. And yeah, I agree with you. I think a lot of people can agree with you that it's just detracting from finding Lauren.
You know, we have to look at something here. Yes, this is a girl, a woman who had a kind of checkered past.
Yep.
Lauren was not a Girl Scout. Nobody's ever claimed that she was a Girl Scout. She had her issues. But do we give less value to someone's life because they made mistakes in their past? Do we give less value? Do we make their life and finding out what happened to them and where they are, do we give it less value because she may have used drugs in her past, or she may have had a questionable parenting issue or something in her past? You know, the thing is, everybody changes, everybody gets better, I've done things in my life that I'm less than proud of. I'm sure you have. And if anybody listening to this says that they've never had a sketchy moment in their past, they are either a liar or in the 0.001% of people on earth.
Yeah. And sadly, I think the answer. Sadly, I think the answer is yes, there is less value placed on her life as far as Panola County, in all of its law enforcement, Texas Rangers, state troopers, police, sheriff. That from the very beginning, that is how it felt. And even her neighbor, who was the very first person I spoke to, said they're treating her like a lost dope whore. Verbatim.
Coming from a law enforcement background, I can tell you that we call those people like that disposable people.
Yeah.
Drug addicts, prostitutes, any of your, what I want to say, we used to call them, the everyday people, your Sunday school crowd, and then you had your disposable people. The Sunday school crowd had more value. If the preacher goes missing, everybody in town turns out to search for the preacher.
Mm-hmm.
If the prostitute goes missing, nobody cares if she goes missing.
Yeah.
If the drug addict goes missing, nobody cares that she goes missing. If the poor mother that lived in the trailer across the tracks with 3 kids working at the local gas station making minimum wage trying to feed her children goes missing, nobody cares.
Yeah.
And that's the problem in a general societal problem. It's not necessarily just
It's not a Panola County problem.
Panola County, Shelby County, Texas, whatever. It's not just a Texas problem or a rural problem. It's an everywhere problem.
Yep.
And what we've got here is we've got a case where a mother went missing. She's not an angel. She wasn't someone that anyone other than her immediate family cares 2 damns about where she went.
No.
And what happened to her. And now you've got a group of people that have come in, you, Karen, everyone that's come in that cares.
We do.
Trying to get them clear about where this mother went. Granted, I can't tell you that she's a good mother. I can't tell you that any of this. I don't know this young lady. Looking at her on paper, yeah, she's somebody that could have flaked out and left. But I'm going to tell you what. The 911 call alone, says that she didn't leave and go somewhere of her own free will.
No. And it took so long to get the details out in the for Kevin Blake to put the details out in public that there were gunshots on the 911 call, and we had been saying that before he would even admit that. And for them to say there's no foul play, you know, something's got to change. The narrative has to change in regards to the worth of these people.
I mean, I analyze audio all the time for my work and my research in wildlife. And I would love to get my hands on an unedited, 100% original copy of that 911 audio to sit there and strip it away layer by layer to see what's in the background of that 911 call.
Yeah. Currently, it's with Quantico in Virginia. And it has been there for 2 months. It should have been, they said they were cleaning it up, and it's about 21 minutes long, which is about 2 minutes short for my liking, but, you know, that's neither here or there. So I believe it's going to be cleaned up for the FBI shortly, because he rang and basically yelled at them for taking so long to clean it up. But that's where it's at the moment. And then the plans were, when it was cleaned up, to let Tori and Greg Lauren's parents listen to it. So maybe we will get some answers regarding it soon.
I pray we do. I pray we get some answers. Because I don't have a pony in this race.
No, I don't either.
I don't have a dog in that game. I don't have anything in this race other than the fact that I know there are some little children out there that miss their mama.
Yeah.
Whether she's a good mama or a bad mama, they love their mama, and they're missing their mama. I know she's got a mama out there that misses her daughter.
Yeah.
And no matter what, those babies deserve to have some closure on where their mama is.
Yeah.
That mother deserves to have some closure on where her baby is. Because whether she's a grown woman or not, that's her mama's baby.
That is always your baby.
And I'll tell you,
mine is 26, and he is always my baby still. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm a father. I have a 34-year-old daughter and then a 21-year-old son. So,
but they're your babies.
Yeah, my baby. And I'm a 50-year-old man, and my mother to this day calls me her baby.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, it won't change. Well, hopefully we will get some more answers that put us in the right direction and less of this drama and name throwing around the internet, particularly on missing person web pages. I have to say, Lost in Texas, very disappointed in you for putting that out there. That Karen and I are both frauds. How? We're just after the truth.
Well, I believe there's one particular missing persons page, and I think it's a propaganda page more than anything, because all I ever see on there is whoever's running this page is bad mouthing people.
Yeah.
I don't want to call names.
No, I don't know names. But yeah, if you're going to put yourself out there as a platform to help people, which is what this is supposed to be, then I've called people names, but it's persons of interest related to this case who may have had something to do with Lauren's disappearance. So, with any evidence that I have, we'll call people out appropriately. But for people who are reporting on it, for what I don't understand this. There are victim advocacy people out there, and I guess you could be called one as well, that are attacking other victim advocates. And I'm like, why?
Now, if there was definitive proof of someone being a fraud or, taking money from people that for dubious reasons and things like that, yeah, I can see that. But whenever there's no, you've got a little innuendo and a little bit of bad mouthing, but there's nothing to, I've heard people say, oh, this person or that person took money from somebody, and then, okay, where's your proof that they took? Well, I don't have any proof.
Yeah, I don't have any proof. I'm just call her a fraud. I put screenshots out there. I currently make $14 a month on Patreon to support the channel, but there are programs that I pay $20 US a month, which is $30 here, to continue to do this. So it's actually the opposite. We pay out money of our own pockets and don't get that in return, and we don't ask for that in return. If we wanted that, this channel would have stopped a long time ago, and you wouldn't have offered to come in and use cadaver dogs and
people like you and Karen. If you add up the amount of hours that you put in looking for someone, going over notes, going over any public data that you can get your hands on.
I said that months ago.
Talking to witnesses, all of that.
It would be tens of thousands of dollars.
Hundreds of hours.
It would be tens of thousands of dollars if we put an hourly, and I said this a month or so ago, if we put an hourly rate on all the time that you've put in or I've put in or Karen or anyone, it would be tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. And, and it's just like Karen and I have been talking in the past about, when we were trying to put together some sort of search and everything, you just can't bring people out, 20, 30 people out to search an area and not have water for them to drink or snacks for these people that are going to be out there in 110 degrees.
It was
all of these things. So, we were thinking, how are we going to, buy hundreds of dollars worth of provisions, and I was going to pull money out of my pocket.
Yeah.
To go down and buy water and ice and energy bars or whatever we needed so I could give these people
absolutely necessary
and put up tent and things for them to get in the shade under and things like that,
mm-hmm.
And we do this out of the kindness of our heart, out of our love and everything else. And you got all of these people that want to just run their mouth.
Yeah, instead of actually getting out there and doing something to bring her home, whichever way.
Exactly. I guarantee you, all of these people that are running their mouth are sitting at home on their couch or in their recliner, They don't get out of it all day long most of the time. They're spending 8, 10, 12 hours a day sitting behind the TV or computer screen or whatever.
Yeah.
Reading this stuff, watching this stuff, and they have never gotten up and went and searched in the woods for someone whose mother was crying because they were gone. They've never gotten up. They've never had to go tell a parent that you found their child and they were dead. They've never had to go and search and find remains of someone that had already been ravaged by animals. They've never had to get up and go and look or do any of this. Go knock on a mother's door and tell her that her child is no longer alive and will never come home. I've been there. I've done all of those things. And all of these people that are running their mouth can kiss my ass. Excuse my language.
No worries at all. I agree. Well, thank you for coming in and clearing all of that up. Education is always good, and clarification that.
That's right. Cajun Navy and Cajun Navy 2016 are two totally separate entities.
Yes, were created and in different years by different people.
I personally offered Cajun Navy to come search personally, and I was denied. So anybody that has a problem with that doesn't believe that or whatever, once again, I do have a nice round posterior that they can pucker up and lay both lips on the crack of my ass.
Oh, you're a gem. You're a gem. Okay, thank you for coming in and clearing that up.
My pleasure. My pleasure.